Hello students, in the previous video we learned about perimeter and solve the sums based on perimeter and completed exercise 10.1. Today we are going to learn about area and find the areas of the given figures and solve exercise 10.2. Students, we will also solve exercise 10.3 and find out the areas of the squares and rectangles using formula. So now, let us learn about area and solve exercise 10.2 and 10.3. Students, before solving exercise 10.2, let us recapitulate the concept of area and then move further to explore this topic. Area. Region enclosed by a closed figure is called its area. For example, the shaded region here is the area of this figure. Students, remember that area is measured in square units. That is, the unit of area is square centimeters or square meters or any other square unit. Exercise 10.2. Question number 1. Find the areas of the following figures by counting squares. Students, while finding the area of a figure by counting the number of squares in it, the following points you have to keep in mind. Point number 1. The area of one full square is taken as 1 square unit. Point number 2. Ignore the portions of the area that are less than half a square. That is, if less than half of a square is in the region, count it as 0 square. Point number 3. If more than half of a square is in the region, count it as 1 square. And point number 4. If exactly half the square is in the region, count it as 1/2 square. So now let us find the area of the figures by counting squares, keeping in mind all the necessary points. Students, you can draw the horizontal line and vertical line in the square paper so that you can easily count the number of squares in the given figure. Solution 1. Figure A contains only 9 fully filled squares. Thus, the area of figure A is 9 square units. Now, answer of figure C. Figure C contains 2 fully filled squares and 4 half-filled squares. Thus, the area of figure C is 4 square figure F. Figure F contains only two fully filled squares and four half-filled squares. Thus, the area of figure F is 4 square units. Now, answer of figure G. Figure G contains 4 fully filled squares and 4 half-filled squares. Thus, the area of figure G is 6 square units. Now, answer N. Figure N contains 8 fully filled squares, 10 more than half filled squares, and 9 less than half filled squares. Thus, the area of figure N equals to 8 plus 10 plus 0 equals to 18 square units. Students, find out the areas of remaining figures by yourself. Exercise 10.3. Question number 1. Find the area of the rectangles whose sides are. Students, in this question, we have to find out area of rectangle, and we have been given length and breadth of rectangle. Students, in order to find out the area of rectangle using formula, you have to remember that the area of a rectangle equals to length multiplied by breadth. So now, let us solve sum number 1, keeping in mind the formula of area of a rectangle and writing its length and breadth given to us. Length is given 3 centimeters. Breadth is given 4 centimeters. Thus, area of a rectangle equals to length multiplied by breadth equals to 3 multiplied by 4. Now, multiplying 3 by 4, we get 12 square centimeters. Students, you have to remember that area is always measured in square unit, and you have to write the given unit compulsory. Now, sum D. Students, in this sum, there are two different units. They are meter and centimeter. Students, we know that when two different units are given, we have to compulsory convert one unit to another unit. Students, in this sum, we will convert centimeters into meters. Students, we know that when we convert smaller unit into bigger unit, then we divide. Students, we know that 100 centimeters equals to 1 meter. So, in this sum, we have to divide 70 centimeters by 100 as we want to convert 70 centimeters into meter. Students, dividing 70 centimeters by 100, we will get 0.7 meters or 0.70 meters. So now let us solve sum number 1b, keeping in mind the formula of area of a rectangle and writing necessary details given to us. Length of a rectangle is given 2 meters. Breadth of a rectangle is given 70 centimeters equals to 0.70 meters or 0.7 meters. Therefore, area of a rectangle equals to how much? Thus, area of a rectangle equals to length into breadth equals to 2 multiplied by 0.7 equals to 1.4 square meters. Thus, the area of a rectangle is 1.4 square meters. Now, question number 2. Find the areas of the squares whose sides are. Students, in this question, we have to find out the area of a square and we have been given side of a square. Students, in order to find out the area of a square using formula, you have to remember that area of a square equals to side multiplied by side. So now, let us solve sum number 2, keeping in mind the formula of a square and writing its side. Side is given 10 centimeters. Thus, area of a square equals to side multiplied by side equals to 10 multiplied by 10. Now, multiplying 10 by 10, we get 100 square centimeters. Thus, the area of a square is 100 square centimeters. Now, sum C. Side is given 5 meters. Thus, area of a square equals to side multiplied by side equals to 5 multiplied by 5. Now, multiplying 5 by 5, we get 25 square meters. Thus, the area of a square equals to 25 square meters. Students, solve sum B by yourself. Now, sum number 4. The area of a rectangular garden 50 meters long is 300 square meters. Find the width of the garden. Students, in this question, we have to find out the width, that is breadth of a rectangular garden. And we have been given the area of a rectangular garden, which is 300 square meters. We have been also given length of a rectangular garden, which is 50 meters. Students, so in order to find out the width of a rectangular garden when area and length are given, You have to remember that wheat or bread equals to area divided by length. So now let us solve sum number 4, keeping in mind that wheat equals to area divided by length and writing the necessary details given to us. Length of a rectangular garden is given 50 meters. Area of a rectangular garden is given 300 square meters. Therefore, width of a rectangular garden equals to how much? Thus, width of a rectangular garden equals to area divided by length equals to 300 divided by 50. Now, dividing 300 by 50, we get 6 meters. Thus, the width of a rectangular garden is 6 meters. Students, solve question number 3 of exercise 10.3 by yourself. Thank you and have a nice day.